5 things I hate about my 2017 Honda CB500F. Yeah, well, welcome to this new video, my dear friends. Ice Cream Gecko here. This topic was all over motorcycle YouTube last year. 5 things, 10 things, 25 things I hate about my bike. Usually it's just a bunch of bullshittery and fake aggravation that people put into the video. For me, it's the same. I do not hate 5 things about my bike. I actually love more things than I hate about it, by far. But there are a few things that I don't really enjoy about it. You know, a few little minor or bigger things, depending on how you would categorize these things. First of all, overall size of the Honda CB500F. I can flat foot this bike wherever I want. I'm 6 feet tall, 6 feet in some stupid fraction. And it doesn't matter where I am, flat footed, everywhere. My knees are quite bent too. It's quite low overall. There's it's just quite low overall, and it might look a bit dorky when I sit on it. I might be a bit too big for it, but you know, I love the thing. I love the design, so I got it. Doesn't matter why. And as a complete beginner, a small bike is great too. I mean, it's not only the weight of it. It's not very heavy. It's like 185 kilograms. And maybe a bit more when it's wet. I don't know, when it rains. But when you can flat foot it anywhere, it's just incredibly wonderful in terms of the actual riding feel and slow speed cornering feel and all that good stuff, because you don't are in that much of a danger of dropping it and not being able to catch it. That's the thing. I mean, you might drop a bike, or might be close to dropping a bike, but it all depends on how you're able to catch it, you know, from falling. Everybody does mistakes, everybody makes them, especially in like low speed maneuvers and all that good stuff, or just pushing it around the driveway. But when you're able to catch it every single time, that's a great thing. That's a great thing to have. That's something very different from like big adventure bikes and all that. They might not weigh that much more, like an F650, or not the F650, you know, but the bigger ones, the taller ones. But the weight is so far up that you might have some proper difficulties in hinging that thing around and keeping it from cracking all your plastics. Second thing, maybe you can hear it, gearbox. Gearbox, that's something I do not hate about the bike. I mean, I don't know if it's that normal. The thing is though, it's quite noisy. The problem that I had, that gears wouldn't really engage sometimes, that's pretty much gone. I do not know if I just became more aware of shifting like with a bit more force, or if it just, you know, played itself in really well now. I don't know that, but it's a bit noisy. That's the thing I do not like sometimes. I think it always feels a bit like you're braking it. You're not, but it feels like it. It's a bit agricultural. Not a bad thing though. I mean, big expensive bikes have that too, like BMWs are notorious for that. 1200 GS, that thing is noisy as hell when you kick in the gears, especially first. It's like a big jump that it takes sometimes. Little Honda, I guess little Honda has a few aspects of a BMW R1200 GS. That's how I like to think about it. Third thing, gear indicator. So you might think that I'm a complete jackass for, you know, having the bike for over a year and still not being able to find the gears. The thing is that the bike is geared quite shortly, and that's also a thing with the gearbox that I do not like, but the gear indicator would be something to fight that effectively, because I do have the problem almost every single time. Look, right now I'm in 6th gear, but I don't really know if I'm in 6th gear. I know that at 70 kilometers per hour I'm at 3000 RPM, but I always hope there's another gear because it's, you know, it's 100, you are at 4500 or 5000 RPM. I don't really know, but it is quite high up there, even though fuel consumption is quite low still. You know, that's not a big issue. It's not that it's getting its revs up too high so that you have excessive fuel consumption or anything like that. Now I can still, let's see if I recently filled up, I do not know. what the fuel consumption right now is. Average fuel consumption, normal riding, chill, some spirited, 3.6 liters on 100 kilometers. Chill. That's chill. Almost scooter territory. Almost scooter territory. I guess it is if you would go like 110, 120 with a scooter. They are not as efficient in those speeds because of their little automatic Varimatic transmission. They're great in, like, you know, everyday usage and stop and go traffic, but in higher speeds they're not that great in terms of fuel consumption. Fourth thing, like, now I'm just nitpicking. Mirrors, they look like shit. They just look like shit. I wish they put the mirrors on, at least, you know, the little that little thing. I wish they put that on from the CBR500R. That's a little bit of a star kind of thing. It's not as round as like this one. This one is the exact same mirror like the CBR600R, and some of the older models, like, they all look the same. Doesn't matter if you go to Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki. There was a time at which super sport mirrors looked the exact same way, and this is a relic of that. I'm thinking about getting the mirrors of the CB500F because they've got the exact shape that I want, but there's like $80 a piece, and I need two of them, and I don't want to get one of those aftermarket mirrors because everybody says, oh, they look so cool. I think they look like shit. They look like utter bullshit. Not even joking. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the smoke coming out of that Focus. Jesus Christ. I quit smoking. Didn't quit for that. Okay, fifth thing I hate about my 2017 Honda CB500F. Let's conclude this boring video. Yeah, sure. Move into the lane, then you indicate, dickhead. Stock tires. They are shit in the rain. Absolute garbage, not even joking. In the cold, not great too, but I don't really have anything to compare them to. But I do know, though, that in the rain they're absolute garbage. Mes servus. And maybe the brakes. The brakes are not that great either. I mean, they stop nicely. If you use the front and the rear brake simultaneously, you stop well. But they take a bit of time to heat up. That might be due to my riding style. I use the brakes only for the last 30 km/h to 0 stop. Before that, almost everything is engine braking. Dickhead. The next one! I don't believe it! Look at it! Another big cloud of smoke. What's my luck today? Smoke everywhere. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know. Oh, let's end this video right there. I don't want to get another big cloud of smoke into my face. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know about your bike, what you love, what you hate, or what you don't hate, or what you think about this boring video. I guess there are many negative ratings incoming. Always just babbling along most of the time. I don't know. There you go. No indicators. No. Every time it's the fucking same. It's so incredibly annoying. And he's not going to take off at this slide. He's going to go all nice and chill. Left lane is for acceleration. Most people don't seem to get that. See you next time. Bye.